but with a product review. That's right here we do have Both Lighting USA's new Pix bars. They are multi-effect pixel bars with LEDs on the outside and RGB on the inside. So it's kind of an all-in-one multi-effect combination light. But real quick, if you like the new place, check it out. Like the wall, couch. We're in my new apartment. So, you know, making stuff happen, big moves. So here we go. Already cut the box open, make it easier. Because, you know, stuff from China and elsewhere is just wrapped in tape. And sometimes it's fun to get into it. Unfortunately, I'm being sarcastic, it's not fun. But, I'm gonna take the plastic out, and there we go. So these are battery powered, so these are the battery powered versions. Wow. Nice build quality, full metal. Not plastic at all. They're much larger than I thought. But, say maybe 30 inches, give or take, something like that. So, yeah, as you can see, we've got, these are RGB down the center, and then along the sides are your bright white, I think, and then in the middle is your warm white. I could be wrong, we'll check it out when we open this thing though. So, yeah, so that's one unit. A little scuffed up from packaging, very scuffed up from the packaging. I don't know what that's about, but as long as it works, it's black light, it's gonna stay in a dark room where most things are black anyway, so not a big deal. So that's first, and we got the second right here. Again, not really packaged too well, but what are you gonna do? Very, that's all right. Maybe packaging is a work in progress for the company, but either way, I've got both lights here. Flick them on. They do have some charge, and they are looking for a wireless DMX signal. And battery's on low, but still have some left. So what we're gonna do, they're both on. This one has 2 battery. They already have DMX addresses set, so I don't know if maybe these were a demo model, which, hey, totally fine. If you want to send me some demo models, as long as they work, we'll make it happen. But either way, that's the light. So we are gonna check things out. Something is dripping out of this package onto me, which is interesting, but yeah. So, put that one away for now. Before we continue, I'm gonna run down through the manual and go over some of the features. Don't think there's a manual actually included in the box. There is not. So, give me one sec, pop right back, because I do have that manual on my computer. Give me one sec. Oh, we are back. As mentioned, we are gonna reference the manual. So, it does have multiple functions, including 5-channel, 12-channel, 14-channel, and 75-channel DMX. 75 is if you want control over every section of pixels. Obviously, I don't think we're gonna run into that today. I'm gonna show you what they look like in 14-channel mode. So we're gonna DMX them like that. First, we're gonna show you what sound active looks like. So just some of the other functions. It does have sound active, of course, 2 different modes it looks like. Self-propelled mode, auto mode, and whatever else. You kind of know how it works. So we are gonna go into the menu and try and just figure it out. This is auto. Get this out of the way so you can see a little better. So this is one of the auto modes. That is speed that I'm adjusting there. Sound active mode. Another sound active mode. Another sound active mode. Got kind of like a strobe thing there. Kind of a crazier sound active mode, if you will. And that's it, there's 5 sound active modes. I believe you can adjust the sensitivity. This is manual, so you can control how much red, how much green, how much blue, etc. How much something white, yellow. Wireless DMX, LED on or off, and then back to your DMX channels. And then you can also choose what it does when it fails. So there's a ton of auto programs, 35 to be exact. Let me put them in the highest speed so I can run through them. Auto. There we go. Auto 1, 2, 3, 4. No, going the wrong way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's kind of cool. 9, 10, 11. As you can tell, they do go through quite a range of different things. That's pretty cool. You got like a stack effect. There you go. You kind of got like a police bar there with different colors, up and down sections. There's your pulse, typical pulse right there. I'll just kind of run through the rest so you can see them. And we're almost to the end here. What's weird is it doesn't seem any of the auto programs make use of too many of the things in the center. But we're going to try and link these up, mount them together, and hook them up to some DMX. They do have wireless DMX built in. As you can see here, you got your wireless DMX signal being achieved. Battery indicator from high to low. This one's on 1, the other one is on 2. So it does come somewhat charged, as most lithium-ion battery fixtures do. So you don't have to worry about that. You can get it and go right as you get out of the box, which is great because I haven't charged these yet. You do have power con in and out right there, conveniently placed so that you can mount it vertically, and you're not going to have anything getting in the way. There is DMX on the top too, so if you did want to daisy chain a bunch of these together, super simple, or you could just wirelessly do that because they all do have wireless DMX. So very convenient. We are going to test this out here with some DMX, and we're going to make it a little darker in here so you can see a bit better some of the effects of the light. We'll go from there. Let's go. Alright, so we've got some of the lights off so you can see these lights on. And as you can see, we just have it in auto mode right now. They are wirelessly synced, master slave. So the way you do that, one of them is set to master, the other one's set to slave. You just click the DMX button on the back. They pretty much automatically do it, so you can kind of see. Everything is synced up. So we're in auto programs right now. I'm gonna move it to sound active mode. We'll just do it on sound 1. Sensitivity goes from 0 to 99, 1 to 99. Put it on sensitivity 10. And we'll play a song. Turn the sensitivity up to 99 because it wasn't really picking up anything on 10. So that's sound active mode 3. This this is 4. As you can see, 4 uses a lot more of the center.
I hope there's some stuff.
Warm white, maybe? LEDs? So I was completely wrong. Outside is RGB. Inside is your warm white blinder effect. Apologies on that. Get something with a little more low end. Sound active mode 2. Now we're in sound active mode 3. Now we're in 4. I think 4 uses all of the light, as you can see, inside, outside, and the blinders. But again, it kind of looks a little random. Sound active mode is never really relied on. I'm going to give you one more song here with the sample. As you can see, there we go. It definitely uses the bass notes, as most sound active fixtures do, because you can see it definitely moves a lot more once it's here in the low frequency. Sound active mode 5 only does that section. I don't know why. Alright, well let's DMX these and see what we can make happen. Once again, we're going to do 4-channel mode, 14-channel mode, not 4-channel mode, on the DMX, and we'll see what that looks like. So with the DMX protocol, which you can look at in the manual, 5-channel is the absolute minimum, and it just, I think, rotates through some auto programs. Once you step up a little bit, then it gets more into the more advanced stuff, and then there is a 75-channel mode, which controls all pixels, all groups. We're not going to do that, but we'll see what we can get with 14-channel mode, so I'm going to go hook these up. We'll be right back. So we have these lights DMX'd in. As mentioned before, they are wireless and battery powered, built-in wireless DMX. So I have them in 14-channel mode right now, both of them in 14-channel mode, and they are on the same channel, 231. We're gonna run through what each channel does. As mentioned, they're in 14-channel mode. I have everything running through Freestyler, which if you haven't had a chance to yet, go check out the videos up there, wherever it appears, and see how I use Freestyler with my lighting and make really cool shows like this. So I'm gonna show you real quick while we get some music in the background here, and we'll put that on a loop, so that way a cool little song gets you in the groove to do some lighting. So the first channel is total dimming. I just turned off the second channel. So there's a total overall dimmer for all parts of the light. So regardless of what you have the channels on, the total dimming will override all of the independent dimming channels, which is kind of cool. So we'll leave that all the way up for now. Second channel is yellow dimming. So this is the blinder. They just call it yellow light in the manual. So this is your yellow dimming. Next channel is your strobe. So of course you can add it. That's full brightness and full strobe rate right there. So as you can see, pretty bright. Blinders always are. Going through the effects, we'll bring that dimmer down a little bit. And what's also cool is the dimming is part of the effects. So some of these lights that you get, the effects channel will be at full brightness and there's no way to change that. The dimmer doesn't affect it. This one is not the case. So you can up the dimming or down it all the way and it will affect the dim rate, as you can see, on the effects channel. Be a little easier to see if it's at a, there we go, we'll do that one. So as you can see, there's your full brightness, but if you wanted to, you could have it nice and a little dim. So that way you're not blinding people if the lights are too bright. You can always change things on the fly. So very cool. As mentioned before, second channel is overall yellow dimming. First channel is overall dimming. Third channel is yellow strobe. And I think you can strobe with effects too. And the fifth channel is the effect speed. So you kind of want to get that up so you can do some cool stuff with the effects. So as you can see, you can kind of layer stuff and get that really cool strobe, chase, random effect like that. I mean, look at that. That's a cool effect right there. I just created that right now, that quickly. Just combining different channels together. So there you go. So you can get a kind of a cool little random strobe like that. We'll bring that strobe back down. So here's some of the effects. I'll just run through them pretty quickly. They are all the same, more or less, on each channel. So we'll have the speed at, let's do like 3/4 of the way up at like do like 175-ish. So we'll just go through the effects. You saw the first one there. Then you get another more, a little more right there. We'll bump up the speed so you make it a little easier to see the difference. Boom, right there. This is one of my more favorite ones. So you kind of have like a bit of a in and out dimmer, and once again you can strobe all that, although strobing a dimmer is kind of weird. So there's that. You can increase and decrease the speed, all that good stuff. All sorts of stuff here. So again, lots of possibilities. There's your in and out, up, down type of thing. So perfect for kind of more slow movements in a song, or just a slow song in general. Continuing to go through those right there. So you kind of got some builds right there. We'll drop the dimmer down so I'm not blinding you guys. And we got some dubstep coming on right now, because of course you know I like some dubstep. There's some more effects right there with these. There's one with a dim and then a brightness overlay type of effect. I don't know what the proper term for that is, but whatever. There you go. So yeah, that's all of the yellow effects and all that good stuff. Now, inside you do have the white LEDs. Here's a strobing of those. So they're not super insanely bright. Like, I wouldn't rely on just these for an overall strobe effect. They do add a nice touch, but they're, I think, only either a 1/4 or a 1/2 watt LED, each one of these tiny little white LEDs. So even if you add all those up, it's still not gonna be anywhere near as bright as like some of my par lights. There's full brightness right there. But you tell me how it looks on the camera. I don't have my par lights to compare, but you've seen my videos hopefully, and if not, go check them out on the channel and get a better idea. So again, that's the white strobe. Bring that back. Same kind of situation with the effects. You do have the effects and then effect speed. So I'll kind of quickly go through some of those. They're more or less the same as the blinder. So I'm just increasing that channel so you can kind of see exactly what they do. Just increasing it little by little. So as you can kind of see, same situation here. You could do some really cool kind of strobe effects. And that's part of what makes DMXing so powerful, is the ability to combine different layers and different effects to just overall get this really cool vibe, really cool look. Once you hit past 225, the light goes off, by the way. So 226, 225, 226, and off. So the fun part, just playing around with it, see what it does. Moving on, past that, you have your RGB dimmer, and although the manual calls it RGB, it does a lot more than that. So RGB value is one of the other channels right there. It is channel number 12. So it starts with red, then green, then your blue, then your yellow, or amber I guess, more of a yellow. And there is your UV/purple, and then there is your cyan, and then there's your bright white. So that's all of those. There are RGB effects as usual, as there are with all the other ones. So we'll go through some of those. There is a strobe as well. So again, same kind of concept here. You can do all sorts of stuff. Add up the speed. So I'll take the strobe off, that way you can see some of the values of the programs. So of course, tons of possibilities here. That's a cool one right there. Add a little strobe to that. Got a cool little effect. Just continuing on, that way you can kind of see. Here you got more like a pulse in and out. And of course, once again, you can reduce the speed to make it more slow, obviously. So there you go, tons of possibilities. And once again, this is 14 channel mode, so it's really not that hard to program. I don't know how you guys do your wolf mix or your sound switch, which sound switch is god awful. I don't know how anybody uses that. But mine is super simple. As mentioned, you plug a light in, and then you input the amount of channel values, you make a fixture file, and then you describe what each channel does. And all I'm doing is moving up and down, and then what you can do from there, if you want to recall a scene, you program in exactly what you want each channel to do, or if you want only certain channels to be active when you press a button, override. That's all there is to it. And then of course there's scenes that you can run through, steps, chases, all that stuff. What's also cool about this, you can add a bunch of stuff together. So let's say you want that yellow strobe in the middle, and you want this RGB effect to kind of chase. There you go. Cool little effect like that. And hey, maybe you want to throw some white in there. Bam. And then you could really just get real creative with these lights. There's a ton of stuff, as mentioned, that you can do, and they're just pretty badass. Plain and simple. Lots of stuff to do. Can get pretty seizure inducing. Take the white out of there, take the RGB. But like, let's say you just want, instead of strobe, let's get a nice little fade. Where's the fade? Oh, I had the fade in here somewhere. Let's do a cool, there's a fade in there somewhere. There we go. That works. Good enough. So if you want to do like a cool fade like that, with some RGB strobing around the outside, you can definitely do that. Want to do a little bit of white strobe, get that in there. It's not limited to just strobe you can build on. As you can see here, you can get a really cool in and out type of effect, combine stuff like that. And then if you just want some RGB around the edge, you could totally do that too. Get the strobe off and add some red around the edge. And there you go, multi-effect light right there, adding a bunch of things together. I'm gonna get into DMXing these a little bit later, probably sometime next week when I have some more free time. And you're gonna start seeing these in my gigs. So if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe right now. That way you're not gonna miss out on any of this cool stuff. I might just run 4 of these with the towers like this. You can get that really cool Astera scattered look without spending a ton of money on Asteras. These are pretty affordable, so definitely hit up Both Lighting USA. Go to the link in the description below. It helps out the channel, it helps out Both Lighting USA, helps everybody out, helps you have a much cooler light show. So if you don't want to get into a bunch of different effect lights, these are your all-in-one. I believe they're cheaper than JMAS, and they're battery powered, rechargeable, built-in wireless DMX. So you just roll up with a flight case full of these, boom, 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 you're done. You can even do magnet mounts on the bottom if you have something that's magnetic, make it even easier. The way that I have these mounted, as you can see if I turn this to the side, this is a gravity stand. So as you can see, these are the clamps. They're a little beat up right now because I did get them for multi-use and they were in silver and I spray painted them black, but it is not an enamel black, so yeah, don't at me for that. But they're cool because they do work with a small pipe all the way up to, I believe, 2 inches, which is truss sized. So especially with this gravity stand, the top part is only that 35 mil. Bottom is bigger, it's more awkward size, so you do need the bigger clamp to work with that. But as I told you, a lot of functionality with these lights, and we're gonna leave you with some music and put these in auto mode, sound active, not auto mode, because the auto modes are pretty simple. They just really do more of the outside lights. I wouldn't recommend putting these in auto. You could definitely do them in sound active. They do have a lot of really cool sound active features to explore. So we're gonna do that sound active mode 4, I guess, out of 5, and turn on some music and you can see how they react. I think I'm gonna put the sensitivity all the way up because that's what they look best at. I'm also gonna play with it and put it down to 90 just so you guys have a better idea there. So we're gonna disconnect the DMX and I'm gonna show you that. And so to get them back in Master Slave, I'm gonna put this one on sound 4, sensitivity 99. Bring this one on, and it should automatically identify. There you go. And we're gonna play some music for you so you can have a cool idea of what they look like. We're gonna show you them in sound active mode 4 and sensitivity at 99 all the way up because I'm not in a super loud room as you would be with bump and bass. So as you can see, when they're not detecting anything, they kind of do this more slower progressive pattern, but we're gonna add some music. If you do like any of the tracks in this video, they are all from my playlist Solstice Selects, which I put up on Spotify every week, Fridays, usually in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon. Follow me on Instagram at DJ Solstice so you can get a peek at those. Every week I'll post a link, and it is 5 to 10 of the most current EDM songs that I'm digging. Top 40 in there too, sometimes some hip hop, sometimes a little bit different, but either way, you're getting that fresh music every week, Fridays, so make sure to go like that playlist. Here we go. I think what it is, they all have a default mode that they kind of go into when there's no bass. But here we go. Let's see what it looks like. 5, for some reason sound active mode 5 only goes with the bottom part of the light. I don't know why. Here's sound active mode 3. And here's another song for comparison. We'll bring it up to sensitivity 99. Make it 95. Sound active mode has its own little twerks and kinks, and sometimes they get a little stuck. There you go. So yeah, I hope you liked this video demo of the lights. You'll start seeing them at more gigs, but anyway, that's it for now. Subscribe, go check these lights out, both lighting. I have a link in the description. Help out the channel, get yourself a good discount on these. And that's it. Until next time, y'all. See you.